All right, we're going to start off with some Athens notes today. First of all, Athens was located in eastern Greece. It was located in eastern Greece. On the Aegean what? What do we know that would go with Aegean? It's the Aegean Sea. So Athens was located in eastern Greece on the Aegean Sea. Athens was located in eastern Greece on the Aegean Sea. Now, we learned last week that Lower Greece, what we've been calling Lower Greece, actually has a fancier name, which is what? Good, hopefully you just said Peloponnesus. And so down here we have the island of Crete. Here we have Peloponnesus. Here we have what we're going to call Upper Greece for now. And on that Upper Greece we have north, south, east, west. So Athens is located in eastern Greece on the Aegean Sea. Going back to our notes. So now we know where it is located. It was first ruled by kings, much like where? Where was first ruled by kings? Sparta. Sparta was ruled by kings. Athens was first ruled by kings. After that, just like in Sparta, it was ruled by a few rich people. What's a fancy word we know for rich people? Hopefully you just said aristocrats or nobles. Aristocrats or nobles. Finally, fighting breaks out between the poor and the rich. Fighting breaks out between the poor and the rich. Moving on. I know I'm going quickly, but you can get notes in class. 594 BC, a rich guy by the name of Solon comes along and creates a constitution, or a what? What is a constitution? Think about the constitution that you've heard of that goes with the United States. What is our constitution? It is a set of principles and rules for governing. Which principles should it be? PALS is the kind of principles that's in charge of the school, so it's going to be this kind of principles. It's going to be this kind of principles. So again, a constitution is a set of principles and rules for governing a country. Basically, it's a document that says how you should run your country. So Solon created the Constitution. He organized laws, voting, spending, and rights using this Constitution. Pretty soon, the rich weren't very happy and the poor weren't very happy. Remember, before we had rich and poor on both ends of the spectrum, soon neither group was happy. Until one day, 560 BC. 560 BC comes after 594 BC because we're counting down. 560 BC, Peisistratus comes along and supports the lower class. A guy by the name of Peisistratus comes along and supports the lower class. He said, you don't have to own land to be a citizen. He encouraged sculpture. He encouraged arts. He made the world a better place. 560 BC, Peisistratus comes along. He makes everybody happy by saying you don't have to own land to be a citizen. That obviously allowed a lot more people to be citizens. He encouraged sculpture. He encouraged arts among the people. Let's do a couple analogies. First of all, read that to me. Dog is to wolf as cat is to meow. The relationship between this word and this word have the same between this word and this word. You've done a million analogies by now. Next one, fire is to hot as ice is to. What's the relationship between this word and this word? Then apply that same relationship over between this word and this word, and you're going to get in here. Let's do it in blue because it goes with the word cold. Going along, Solon is to blank as the United States founding fathers are to the U.S. Constitution. So again, you're going to figure out what relationship these two things have, and you're going to apply that same relationship over here to these two things. So United States founding fathers created a U.S. Constitution, and Solon created a constitution as well. So again, in the blank, I'm going to write Constitution. Or something like that. Very good, moving on. More analogies, oh boy. Kayak is to paddle as propeller is to blank as engine is to blank. So the paddle is what makes a kayak go forward. A propeller is what makes an airplane. Actually, I have those backwards. Sorry about that. An airplane go forward. Should be switched. Boy, now we're confused. And an engine makes just about anything. Engine makes a car go forward. Moving on. Solon is to blank as the United States founding fathers are to U.S. Constitution. Oh, we just did that. Very good. And that's all for that page. Wow, that was a waste. Finally, after Peisistratus, their government was taken over by Spartans. After Peisistratus, the government was taken over by Spartans. So the Spartans attack in Athens. They take over. The Spartans that were in Athens defeated the guy that made the world's first democratic constitution. Democratic constitution. Let's take a few minutes to talk about the word democratic. In the back of the room, it says that the Greek word for people is demos. And it has this fancy little thing on the E. And that equals people. And also in the back of the room we have that the word kratos is a word that means power. So therefore, when we are talking about the word democracy or democratic constitution means that what? The power belongs to the people. So in a democracy, there's not one person large and in charge. In a democracy, there's not one small group of people that gets to make all the rules and gets to say anybody that's wearing a green shirt gets to go to jail today. And in a democracy, there's not one person in charge that says, I don't like people with red hair, therefore people with red hair need to get half of the money that everyone else gets paid. No, in a democratic constitution or in a democracy, the power lies with all of the people. They all get a say in it. So again, how this relates to history, the Spartans defeated a guy who made the world's first democratic constitution. So we're going to call him Democracy Guy for now. And that is where we're going to stop for today.